Iran's gender apartheid bill could jail women for 10 years for not wearing hijab.
Here's a summary of the article.
Women in Iran face up to 10 years in prison if they continue to defy the country's mandatory hijab law, under harsher laws awaiting approval by authorities. Her death, after allegedly being beaten by police, led to the largest wave of popular unrest for years in Iran. Elnaz, an Iranian journalist, said, "With the new law, the government is telling us women that we will go to prison for up to 10 years if we don't wear a hijab. What next? A death penalty for defying the new hijab law?" Farah, a finance student from Tehran, said, "The Islamic Republic has taken a cue from the Taliban to slowly ban us from public places. They want to erase women from society." The organization Human Rights Activists in Iran said the new law was being reviewed by Iran's Guardian Council, a powerful body that vets legislation and oversees elections. Once endorsed, the bill would return to parliament and could come into force as early as October, said the HRA. Iranian authorities are investing heavily in smart cameras that use facial recognition technology, according to security and women's rights activists. According to Kurdish residents of Amini's hometown, Sakez, security forces have set up more checkpoints to detain women flouting the dress code and also those preparing to protest on the anniversary of her death.
This post received a score of 3,500, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
If all the women do it, the men will have no one to treat like a slave.
Yep, this is the strategy for control in these places. It's similar to that quote, if you can convince the lowest white man that is better than the highest black man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Similarly, as long as men are allowed to be little kings at home, and rule over their wives and families with iron fists and complete impunity, they will tolerate totalitarian rule from other men in the general society.
Except the regime itself isn't popular.
What year is it, Iran? 1023 or 2023? Let me know.
Iran was, literally, more progressive in 1023 than it is today.
How fucking sad is that? Like day and night. Isn't religion just great?
It's the worst thing that has ever happened to humans.
It's too late. Too many Iranian women have already committed to their choice not to wear that shit. The IR apparently has no strategy other than force. Pathetic.
Seems to me Iran has some pretty weak men.
The dudes are pretty normal, but all the Persian ladies I've met have been total battle axes under pressure.
Can't blame them.
Pure evil.
The results of Islamic dogma. Disgusting.
Greater than improper dress code. I observe myself thinking two things, void of an answer. -1. Is this what's originally intended a few hundred years ago? -2. I often see Muslim women walk around in some beautiful robes, and a man next to it in some lousy t-shirt, sweatpants and slippers.
Are you implying that religious extremism is hypocritical? Because you are correct.
They needed to make their voice unmistakably heard in union, but instead they've backed down, and now it seems they've already lost. It's just a matter of time. This brutal Iranian regime has been in power now longer than the somewhat hated Shah ever was in former Persia, and show no signs of losing their grip on power and oppressing whatever group they feel like. The expression is, when you come at the king, you best not miss, but it seems to me the Iranian people have missed. Damn shame, and I'd love for them to prove me wrong. The Iranian people I've met are wonderful and deserve far better.
These mofos are just straight up terrified of women, huh?
The Masa Act bill passed the House yesterday, with a bipartisan vote of 410 to 3. It imposes additional sanctions on Islamic Republic officials in retaliation for this oppression of women. The 3 nay votes were Thomas Massie, R. Kentucky, Ilhan Omar, D. Minnesota, and Cori Bush, D. Missouri. Aren't Omar and Bush supposed to be progressive? Why are they supporting this sexist, oppressive regime?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.